Hi guys, welcome back to Gifted Sharks. Let's learn to divide a number by multiplication and not division. Yes, you heard it right. We will divide a number by just multiplying. Okay? It's a universal truth that multiplication is easier than division. We can definitely divide faster using this trick. So see how we do it? Basically, before I start that, I would like you to understand when you move to your left when placing the decimals and when you move to your right when you place your decimals. Okay, so all in all, I would just like to tell you you have the alphabets A, B, C, D. Okay, so now what you see here is you have this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Okay, now you have this D for divide, which is here, and you have M for multiply, which is here. Okay, so now what you can see is D is to your left and M is to your right. So what you do is, since D is to your left, you will take your decimals to the left. You will move this side, okay? And since M is to your right, so whenever you have to multiply, you will take your decimals to your right, okay? I hope this is clear with you. When you divide, since D is to the left, you will take your decimals to the left, and since M is to the right, you will take it to right. Okay? Now let us take an example of this number. Say you have to divide 48 by 5. Now, as I said, I will show you the multiplication method of division. Okay? So what I will do is, now I have 5 as the denominator. What do I have? I have 5 as the denominator. Now if I have to divide this, now I will say 5 nines are 45, and then I have 3 as remainder. So I will put a decimal here and I'll say 5 6 are 30, right? Now I have to get 9.6. Now I can do this even easier way. How I will go for it is, what I will do here is, I'll just double this 48. So I know double of 48 is 96, and I will put a decimal. Instantly I have done this. I think this is definitely simpler than this. Okay, this is right, but simpler. I mean, this is simpler. This is better. Okay, let's take one more example. Now what is the number? 356 divided by 5. Now what, as I said, is I will double this. What will I do? I will double this number. So now if I double it, I have 712. Okay, 6 2s are 12. I'm just multiplying this by 2. Okay, I have doubled this. Now since I have doubled this, what I will do is I will put one decimal here. Why will I put one decimal there? It is because I have one digit here, so I will put one decimal here. Okay, you put decimals as many numbers as you have in your denominator. If you have one number in your denominator, you will put one decimal. Okay, let's take another example. Now what I will do here is I will double it. I'm going to double it. I'll multiply this by 2. So now what I will do is actually, 2 3s are 6. I won't take single numbers. If I feel okay, yes, I can double this in a shortcut way, so then I'll just double it directly. So as I did, 2 3s are 6, and I know 28 ka double is 56. Okay, and then what I put is, since this is one denominator, sorry, I just put one decimal here. Okay, so the number is 56.6. Okay, I hope it's clear with you with just one number in the denominator. Okay, now take another category, like if you have to divide by 25. Okay, it's not 5 now, it's 25 now, 2 digit in a decimal, in a denominator, sorry. Now let's take 25, now a 2 digit in the denominator. Okay, let's take 800 divided by 25. Okay, now I write 800 divided by 25. Now in this case, what I'm going to do, Now what actually I do is I will multiply this by 4, means I will double it twice. So 8 ka double is 16, 16 double is 32, and then these two zeros. Okay, so this is simpler. And then what I will do is, since they are 1, 2 digits here, right? Since there are 2 digits here, I will put the decimals in the second place here. Okay, so I have this is equal to 32. Okay, since they are 2 digits, I will put decimals in 2 places. Okay, I'll go back 2 places. Let's take another example. Now here I have 725 divided by 25. Okay, now when I multiply this 725 by 4, how I will go? I know this 25, right? 25 ka double I know, 25 ka 4 times I know is 100. So I put these two zeros here and I have this one carry. Okay. Now 4 sevens are 28 and 1 is 29. So this makes my multiplication simpler. If you have numbers which you can in 2 digits or 3 digits multiply it at one go, so you can take them, you can join them, you don't do it single. Okay. Now after this 2900, I have to put 2 decimals. Okay, so I go back 1 and 2. I put my decimal here, right? So I have the number 29. So 725 divided by 25 gives me 29. Okay, now why do I do this? I'll explain that a little later. Let me take one more example of this, and then I think I'll try to explain that to you in this next example. Okay, now let's take a number 4312. Okay, now you have to divide this by 25. Now as I said, I'll show you why I'm doing that. Okay, so basically, you know what, when you have the denominator in the multiples of 10, when you have the denominator in the multiples of 10, like say as you have it in 10 or 100 or 1000, it becomes very easy to divide. As if you just make your denominator into 100 or thousands or tens, you just have to place decimals on it. Okay, so I will multiply this by 4 to make it 100. Okay, what I did here is I have multiplied this by 4 to make it 100. So I can't just multiply the denominator by 100. I have to do the same thing up as well. So that's what actually I am doing. What I'm doing is I am multiplying the numerator by 4, and then for these two zeros I put a decimal. Okay, so what I'm doing is I multiply this by 4. So now I know here 12 fours are 48, so I put that here. Okay, and then 43, if I multiply 4 times, I'm going to get 172. Like I will double it and then again double it. So I get 43 ka double is 86, and then I double it, I get 172. So that's how I actually do. Okay, so 172, 48. Now since I have these two decimals, two zeros, I have to put 2 decimals. So my decimal goes here. Now my number is 172.48. Okay, I hope the logic is clear why I'm multiplying it by 4 and putting 2 decimals here. So basically what you do is, you put the number of decimals as you have in the denominator. If you have one number in the denominator, you go back 1 decimals. If you have 2 numbers in your denominator, you go back 2 decimals. If it is 3, you go back 3, and so on. Okay, now let's take an example of 3 decimals. Okay, let's take 327 divided by 125. Okay, now since this is a 3 digit, I will multiply this by 8. Okay, so now I multiply this by 8, and when I multiply this by 8, what I get is 2616. Okay, so I have this 2616. Okay, and I have to put decimals in 3 places. Okay, I go back 3 places. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you have this 2.616. Okay, now in the end I'll show you why for 5 you have to multiply by 2, and for 25 you have to multiply by 4, and for 125 you have to multiply by 8. Why do you do that? I'll show that also to you a little later. Okay, just hold on. Let's take one more example for now. Now you have a number 6125 to divide by 125. Okay, it's not that easy that you just cancel this 125 by 125 and you get 6. It's not that way. Okay, now I'm going to multiply this by 8. Okay, since it's 125 down, I'll multiply this by 8. Now when I have to multiply this by 8, what I can see here is I have this 125, which I know when I multiply by 8 will give me 1000. So I put here like this, 3 zeros of 1000, and I carry 1 here, and 8 6 are 48 plus that 1 is 49. Okay, so that's how you can make it short. Okay, and now since they are 1 2 3 digits, so my decimal comes back 1 2 3. Now my number is 49. I hope I'm clear with this concept. Now I'll show you why I have to multiply by 2 for 5, and by 4 for 25, and by 8 for 125. Okay, now just follow. Okay, so now here stands the logic why we multiply by 2 for 5, by 4 for 25, and by 8 for 125. Okay, so see, when you multiply by 5, what you have is 2 multiply by 1. Why 1? Because this is just one digit, so you multiply this 2 by 1. Okay, so you just give it 2, and I've already explained to you why I multiply by 2. Why I multiply this 5 by 2 is already explained earlier. Okay, that is because 5 is 1 upon 5 is equal to 2 upon 10. Okay, now 25. In 25 again, this 2 you have always to multiply. Okay, this 2 you always have to multiply. Now this depends on the number of digits here. 1 2. Okay, so 2. Now here it is 1 2 3. Okay, so you will multiply this 3 times. So you have 1 2 3. 3 times you are multiplying this. Okay, so you have 2 2s are 4 and 4 2s are 8. So that's how you go with this. Okay, hope it's all clear with you. Now it's time for your homework. Now this is your homework, and you have to do this and comment below with the time taken by you for doing this. And if you like it, please do give it a like, share and subscribe it. Don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications. See you in my next video. Bye for now.